woman was preparing for an interview to become a manager at a big company. When she arrived, she saw someone bumping into a trash can, causing it to fall to the ground. Pieces of glass and trash fell everywhere. Next to it was a janitor trying to clean up. Seeing the broken glass, she immediately ran back and helped the janitor clean up. "Hello, ma'am. Please be careful. I will help you clean up," she said. After a while, the woman realized she had an interview, but out of her kindness, she continued to finish cleaning up and then ran fast to the meeting. From afar, the janitor said, "Thank you very much, and I hope you get the job." When she arrived, the boss told her, "You're 15 minutes late." The woman tried to explain, but the boss said, "Don't say anything. Go home." The woman turned around with a disappointed face. Suddenly, a voice said, "Remember to come back and work tomorrow. You're hired." The woman was surprised and asked, "What happened?" The boss said, "I witnessed your incident this morning. We don't need a manager. What we need is a responsible person like you. Please like and follow to support our work. Stay blessed." Minu, a sweet 6-year-old, was loved dearly by her parents. One day, while shopping with her mom, she saw a pretty pink plastic pearl necklace and wanted it. Her mom explained that it cost money and encouraged Minu to earn it by doing chores. Minu eagerly did all her chores and earned enough money to buy the necklace. She loved it so much that she wore it all the time, except when she took a bath, as her mom advised. Every night, during bedtime stories, Minu's dad would ask her how much she loved him and if she would give him the necklace. Minu always hesitated and offered her other toys instead, unwilling to part with her cherished necklace. One night, while Minu was sleeping, her dad quietly took the plastic necklace and replaced it with a real pink pearl necklace from a jewel box. The next morning, when Minu woke up and asked about it, her dad explained that he wanted to give her something real and valuable in place of the fake one. The story taught Minu and her family an important lesson. Sometimes, letting go of something we love can lead to receiving something even better. A boy asked his mother about the scar on his face. She explained that his older brother had accidentally hurt him during a fight when they were young. Furious, the boy ran to his brother, shouting, "You are evil! I hate you!" The brothers grew up without speaking, and their mother passed away without seeing them reconcile. Both brothers got married and had children, but they never communicated, despite missing each other deeply. The older brother often wished to apologize, while the younger brother longed to forgive, but waited for an apology. One day, the younger brother received a call from his sister-in-law, saying his brother was very sick in the hospital. Despite the news, he didn't visit. Later, he learned his brother had suffered a stroke and couldn't speak or move. By the time he arrived at the hospital, his brother had passed away. He found a note. "Dear brother, I miss you. My greatest regret is not having the courage to say I'm sorry. Let our children love each other and never be like us. This is my dying wish." Moral: don't let pride keep you from reconciling with loved ones. Every day, a hard-working man would give his son 1 gold coin. His father told him, "Take this, son, and try to save a lot of coins." The son shamefully threw the coins into the river. The father saw this but didn't say anything. The son didn't work and lived in his father's house. One day, the father told his neighbors, "If my son asks for money, don't give anything to him." Later that day, he called his son and said, "Go work and earn money yourself." The son went to his neighbors to ask for money, but they gave him nothing. Finally, he decided that he would go and find a place to work. All day, he worked as a farmer, carrying heavy boxes and working under the hot sun. At the end of the day, he earned only 1 coin and came back to his father. He was shocked when his father said, "Great son, now go and throw the coin into the river." The son replied, "No, father, I worked so hard to earn it. I can't throw it into the river." His father replied, "How many times have I given you the same coin, and you carelessly threw it into the river? Do you think it was easy to earn that coin?" Once, there was a kind teacher who always treated her students with kindness and patience. Her classroom was filled with smiles and joy, and the students loved her very much. But one day, everything changed. She suddenly became angry, constantly shouting at the students for small mistakes. Days passed, and the students began to resent her. One of them shouted, "Why are you always angry? I wish we had a different teacher." The teacher was in tears and left the classroom. One morning, a substitute teacher arrived. Confused, the students asked, "What happened to our teacher?" The substitute replied, "Didn't she tell you? She is in the hospital diagnosed with cancer." The students were shocked. The next day, the kind teacher woke up in the hospital and was surprised to see all her students. "You're all here," she said, her voice trembling. "But I treated you all badly." The students gathered around her bed and said, "We know that you did that so we would hate you and not miss you once you're gone. But we know you have a good heart and we love you." A man came to the bank to withdraw $10. A lady looked at the man with anger and screamed, For withdrawals less than $100, please use the ATM. If you don't have any other questions, step away. There's a line behind you." The man was silent for a few seconds, then handed his credit card to the lady and said, "In that case, I want to withdraw all the money from this credit card." The lady checked the balance on the card and said, "You have $500,000 on this card. The bank doesn't have that amount right now. Make a cash withdrawal request and come back tomorrow." The man then asked, "How much can I withdraw right now?" The lady, irritated, replied, "Any amount up to $3,000. Then I will withdraw $29.50. The man screamed. The lady handed over the requested amount to the man. He counted out $10, put it in his pocket, and shouted, "All right, I would like to deposit $29.40 into my account." Moral: treat everyone with respect, as impatience and rudeness can lead to unnecessary complications and inconvenience. A man entered a store to buy his little daughter a toy car. He found the toy car and went to the cashier to pay for it, when suddenly he saw a 6-year-old boy holding a teddy bear talking to the cashier. "I am sorry, kid, but you don't have enough money." The boy became sad and turned around to the man asking, "Sir, can you tell me if I don't have enough money?" The man counted the boy's money and said, "I am sorry, but the cashier is right. You don't have enough money." The boy was still holding the teddy bear. The man saw that the little boy was sad and asked, "Do you really need this teddy bear?" "Yes, it's my sister's birthday," said the boy with a smile. The man then said, "That's great. You're going to gift it to your sister." "Yes," replied the little boy. The man then bought the teddy bear for him and asked, "Your sister is going to be so happy when you give this to her." The little boy then noticed that the man had no money left and asked, "What did you want to buy?" The man then replied, "I wanted to buy that toy car for my daughter." The little boy looked at that car and told the man, "Wait for me. I will be back soon." The little boy then came back with the same car and said, "My parents gifted me this car for my birthday, and now I want to gift it to you." Two sisters were very different from each other. The older sister was beautiful and talented, but she was also vain and arrogant. The younger sister was not as pretty or talented, but she was kind and humble. One day, their father told them that a rich and handsome prince was looking for a bride, and that he would come to their house the next day, marrying the sister he liked the most. The older sister was confident, spending the whole day trying to look as beautiful as possible. The younger sister spent the day helping her father. The next day, the prince arrived and met the sisters. He fell in love with the older sister and took her on a date. The younger sister was heartbroken by this, but wished them well. During the date, the prince realized he had made a mistake. The older sister constantly talked about herself and ignored the prince's questions. After a while, the prince had enough and talked to the father, requesting to see the younger sister. Seeing the younger sister's kind heart, he chose her as his princess. The older sister was furious and heartbroken. She learned that beauty and talent are not as important as kindness. A wealthy man secretly installed CCTV cameras in his home to observe his 3 sons' behavior when they thought no one was watching. He sat in front of the screen, eager to see their true nature. The eldest son walked in arrogantly, ignoring the cleaner who was scrubbing the floor. He stomped in with dirty shoes, carelessly tossed them in the lounge, and walked away. The cleaner silently picked up the shoes, put them back in the closet, and re-cleaned the floor. Later, the housekeeper brought lunch to the second son's room. Upset that the eggs weren't scrambled, he angrily threw the meal on the floor and shouted, "How can you expect me to eat this?" Then the third son entered the house. He took off his shoes at the door, noticed his mother wasn't feeling well, and immediately brought her a glass of water, gave her medicine, and cleaned her room himself. Impressed by his youngest son's behavior, the father called all his sons together. He announced, "I'm giving all my wealth and property to my youngest son." He then showed them the CCTV footage, leaving the other. A little boy stole food from a lady's bag and started to eat hurriedly. She was busy on a call. When she realized it, she quickly pushed the boy away. "Get your filthy little hands off my food!" Then she took the one he had already bitten and threw it in the bin. The little boy's mom grabbed her son and apologized, saying they were homeless and he was starving. She didn't care and walked to her car. Before she drove away, her daughter in the back seat secretly dropped 1 bag of food for the poor family. They waved in thanks. One day, while picking her daughter from school, 2 strange men quickly ambushed her. They pointed knives at her and snatched her phone before she could even make a call. She screamed for help, but there was no one in sight. They threatened to kill her if she screams again. Then they kidnapped her daughter and put her in the car. Suddenly, the police arrived, blocked and arrested the kidnapper. She was shocked because she hadn't called any police and no one was close by. Then she sees the homeless boy and his mom hugging her daughter at the corner. Turns out, they had secretly seen the incident and quickly alerted the police. Your help may come from unexpected people. Always be kind.